You know, there's a lot of confusion out there when it comes to picking an independent distributor, so I'm just gonna sit down with you and tell you what I think. What's happening, everybody? My name is Bobby Borg, helping musicians turn their art into a more successful business. And as I pointed out, I'm going to talk about the things that you should look for when picking your independent distributor. I just got my notes, but this is going to be my heart to heart, okay? So let's do this. Number one, who is the company? Who are we dealing with, right? How long have they been around? This is really important to me because I don't want to work with some fly-by-night company that's going to come in with all the bells and whistles and then 5 years from now, they're not going to be around. I want to look for relationships that I can establish in business that are going to be long lasting, right? So who is the CEO? Who is the management? How long have they been around? All of that stuff is extremely important to me because a company that's been around for 20, 30 years, right, is a company that's doing something right. Number two, where are they going to distribute my music? This is really the core function of what distribution is, right? You guys, distribution is the process of getting your products and services to your end user when they want it, where they want it, how they want it, in the amounts that they want, right? So let's think about digital distribution first. You know, where are they going to get your music, right? How far and wide are they going to get your music, right? Then also look at physically, how are they going to get your music out there as well? Physical represents close to 20% of global sales. That's a fairly big number at this point. Also, your songs. Even though now this kind of goes into more of the publishing realm, it's still a form of distribution. Placing your music in film and television, video games. Do they help with any synchronization and getting your music out there and plugging it, right? So we're just looking purely at the definition of distribution and how well can this company that you're looking at do that. Moving on, number three is promotion, because obviously once you get your music out to your end user, or it's where your end user can find it, now we have to make sure that they find it. And this is where the promotion component comes in. So does your distributor offer any tools to help you advertise your music? Do they help you get on playlists? Does it educate you in any way? Are there any blogs? Do they have conferences and tutorials and things like that that can add value in getting your music to your target audience? This again is a function of distribution. So do they do that? And how well can they help you do that? Number four, of course, we got to take care of business. So once our music is out there and once people know that it's out there and they're enjoying it, we want to make sure that, you know, we are getting paid, obviously. So how well is their accounting? How easy is it to look at? How often do they send it? How accurate are the statements, right? And then of course, tied to that, I think number five is customer support. Because if I have a question about that statement, I want to be able to find someone that can talk to me about it easily. Also, if I have a problem with maybe uploading something or preparing for the release of my recordings and songs, I want to know that there's someone there that can provide some sort of assistance to me easily. I don't want to chase around robots and have chats with people that don't understand what I'm asking for and things like that. So these are the five things that are extremely important, I think, in finding a digital or digital and physical distributor. I am just taking what the core definition of distribution is and just asking, is that company fulfilling, you know, that definition essentially, right? So let's talk really quickly on an end note about what people normally look for. Price. Who's the cheapest? Now, I'm not saying that shouldn't be a factor, especially for young independent artists that don't have a lot of money. But to me, that should be the last thing that you look at. Simply because everyone needs to get paid, you guys. You know, looking at all the distributors out there, for the most part, they all take a reasonable fee for providing value to you. You know, so to get hung up on like, well, this one does this and this one does that, and that one takes a percentage and this is 30. I mean, I think I understand, but I think that should really be your last concern, to be quite honest with you, right? The other thing is getting your music out there fast. You guys, your release strategy should not be fast. You should actually be planning out your release strategy, giving plenty of time to set up your campaign, you know, prior to the release, you know, and then boom, the release, and then post-release. This isn't something like, you know, let's drop a single and wow, they get it out in 5 days and the other one takes 2 weeks. It's just like, it shouldn't be a rush kind of job, all right? My name is Bobby Borg, helping musicians turn their art into a more successful business. You guys, be sure to check out the next video. Peace, love, later. I am just taking what the core definition of distribution is and just asking, is that company fulfilling, that definition essentially, right?
Right?